Greetings, chemists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth. Episode 7, Chemistry and Light. I think what I'm going to do is do some housekeeping around the base while you guys vote on my first main priority. So, top of the left screen there, you can decide what I work on. If you have me improve gear, I would continue the last project I left off on, which was to craft a native bow. I have 3 out of the 4 flexible branches I need for the bow, but I didn't have the 4th, and that was a bit of a problem. For improving the base, for machines, storage, and structure, I would likely try to get a chemistry bench up and running, and also upgrade some of the crafting benches we already have, so that we have access to better equipment. Exploring would be to head out to the remaining cartographer trees here on the Hope Island that I have not yet mapped from, and get a full map of Hope Island, or at least most of a full map of Hope Island. And then working on a mission. So the missions that I currently have here is the Isle of Hope map, viewing from the mountain. So going to the peak of the mountain, and then during good weather with the spyglass that I've obtained to look around, heading to the archway in the savannah, or trying to find an obsidian deposit. Seeing the direction that you guys are voting, what time is it in game? Okay, seeing the direction that you guys are voting for improving the base, one of the reasons why, so you can start to see the recipes here. So like the regular workbench here can't craft that nice native bow, but the upgraded version can, but I would need split logs and liana rope. So one of the reasons to upgrade a lot of this stuff would be that, you know, it gives us access to better items and crafts and all that. One thing that I would really like to build in here is a oil lamp. Oil lamps are just so useful, so that you're not in the dark, and that you can light your torch on fire off of the lamp, and then light anything off of your torch, so that anytime that you need to start a fire at your base, you don't have to go through the process of fire starting anymore. Because fire starting every time sucks. Just, it takes time, it takes effort, it wastes your fire starter, it wastes tinder, etc., etc. So, those are the tasks that I would like to do. And in order to make lamp oil, I would need a chemistry workbench. So I think that's probably going to be the first thing I do here. Nimion and Turtle, thank you for the bits and the resub. And thank you guys for voting. So let's get a chem bench going. So chemistry workbench is going to need 1 more split log than I currently have, clay, and rope. And the clay is a bit of the X factor, because I know that there's clay over in the water source, but the water source is pretty far away. I don't necessarily mind going all the way out to the water source, but given the time of day and how it's still nighttime, you know what? Actually, I'm going to sleep until morning, and then we'll go out to the water source. So before I head out, let's go ahead and top up our food. And I think that means cooking some short-eared dog or some meat. Maybe I'll cook some meat. Oh, it is raining. That's actually possibly a good thing, because that potentially allows me to... Alright, let's cook one of these too. That potentially allows me to top up our water. If I have water that needs topping up. Which I really don't. I only have 5 water that needs topping up, so maybe it's not that big of a benefit. So what I'm going to do here is I'd also like to read the athletics book at some point. The meat shouldn't go in there. Because that's going to allow me to do athletics better than I currently have. So I think I'm going to read just to have the rain go away. And minus 50% fall reduction from injury. Perfect. And before I do leaving for obtaining more clay, I'm just doing the other housekeeping of moving around materials and the like. So that the skin dryers are actually working. I forget which trees I've done cartography off of, but before I leave the base, it might also be a good idea to get rope. Just in case I happen upon a tree that I have not yet surveyed from. There we go. Now we're out. I've wasted most of the day like reading books and waiting out the rain, but that's fine. The last tree should be the far north one. I think you're right. And I don't think I'm going to be heading in that direction anyway for the clay. So the clay is going to be over by this water source. It's not actually the only water source on the map though. So maybe I will go to the other tree. The tree that I have not yet surveyed from. Because I had a journal, if you all recall. Where is the journal? I had a journal indicating the different water sources on this island, and one of them was up north. Yes, so there is a water source. It's going to be like around here, where I've already been to this bay. So how about we go to the northern water source for clay? And survey and get clay. A whole bunch of things. Newsar, thank you for the resub. And welcome to the stream. One thing I like to do as I'm running around is periodically activate the concentration mode, which shows you, my concentration mode isn't all that leveled up, but when it's more leveled up, it will show you snakes and predators and herbivores and kind of everything that you need to see. And it will prevent you from accidentally stumbling on that stuff and getting harmed by it. I hear short-eared dogs around me. Now, as I travel north, I will start running into jackals. They are up north, and jackals are a bit more dangerous than just like short-eared dogs and the like. So I got to be careful about that. Also, as far as my survival ability points go, I've already obtained the level 4 of learning that I really wanted to rush to. So once I have some more survival points, what I can do is I can have you guys vote on what to spend it on. Because it's going to be, it's a little bit less important for me to like min-max my way to learning 4 now. Like now that I've already gotten there. And yeah, all your skills level up as you use them, yes. And then the books provide you, like, bonus abilities. Should probably have saved the bananas and eaten the cooked meat first, but whatever. I'm running by a banana tree. Might as well get a fresh banana, or 4 in my case. And the last tree that I need to survey from is that one. And I'm hoping to make it there before sundown. Because I don't know how to survey at night. What does the final level of learning get you? It reduces the cost to level up skills by 10%, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just racing over to the tree so I don't lose sunlight. But finishing the map from this cartography tree will give me a skill point. And also reveal a sizable swath of the island that I don't yet know. So it provides a whole lot of bonuses, which is why I'm heading there. And also might reveal where the water source is. Oh, hello. No, don't get on me. Ah. It stung me. That is a hell of a fall, so I'm gonna have to go around a different way. And there's something in the cave down there. There's like a special object, but that special object will be there daylight or night. So I'm gonna go up the tree first. And yep, those are jackals, and they're territorial, and they want me dead. Let's do this before I lose sunlight. And this is the last major tree on the island. Oh, animal hunting me? No, it isn't. Come on. Alright, there we go. So, what do we have? We found the other water source. We found a Puma potion, special objects, chronicles, more special objects, a living water, another special object. So there's a lot of stuff around that we could collect, and it does give us information about where we are going to find the water source. So that gives us access to clay. It also opens up the final... It completes the side quest, which then grants another... Oh, I thought it granted a survival point. Maybe I was wrong. It leveled up my mapping, though, so at least there's that. Can scorpions kill you? Not one sting. Generally. But, like, the way it works is when you obtain a status effect, like bleeding or like venom or something like that, you will lose life and lose some sort of stats over time. So, you know, you can get malaria, you can get flu, you can get bleeding, you can get, you know, burn, you can get venom. And as those conditions stack up, you know, you will succumb to the conditions. Vine bush seeds, and a dude that got squished by a boulder. Rip, Salvador, something. Alvla? And it's a book of the hunt. It's a hunting book. Cool. Alright, I'm not going to turn back home. I did make this, berry drink, which offers me an insane amount of energy, so I don't really need to turn in for the night. I can pull an all-nighter, and I'm headed out to the water source that is in this direction. Leave me alone. Oh, there's the water source. So actually, I'm going to have to probably clear out the animals around it. Because if I want to be collecting clay from here, I need the predators dead. You want to fight me, Jackal? I didn't think so. So it has animal tendons, which I'm most interested to do to collect, but I didn't bring a cutter on me. Well, that was dumb. I'll have to make one. So you can see my total health here. It's like down to 65. So as you continually take injury, you will, you know, succumb to them if you are not careful. But there's a lot of clay around here, around this water source, and there should be water for me to drink as well. Water. Alright. I need a cutter in order to take the tendons of that jackal. And maybe fangs, too. Taking the important parts. There should be rocks over here. This looks like a rock outcropping. A guarded one. Hi, Medini. Thank you for the resub. Welcome to be getting hunted by, short-eared dogs. Alright. I probably need to make, like, a better cutter than just stone. These stone cutters Well, they aren't cutting it. Alright. Back to the deposit. There's also some eucalyptus trees over that way that will help for health regen now that I'm injured. So I should collect those as well. They're right here, actually. Because I can make a healing salve out of them. I hear the snake. Oh, there you are. I'm gonna take your tail. There's lots of clay here. So this is probably a spot I can come back to in the future. But alright, let's take the fangs, the tendons, and that's all I want. I'm not even going to bother with the jackal hide. No, I'll take it this jackal hide, but maybe not all of them. So the reason why I was hesitant taking the jackal hide, it's a decorative element. So it's not something that you necessarily make clothing out of, which is a little weird. It's like, why wouldn't I? Okay, so I have 5 pieces of clay. Let's drop the short-eared dog. So each piece of clay it weighs a lot, so I don't think I'm going to be able to take any more. And I already took all the eucalyptus. I'll take more snaketail. There are other points of interest out here, so let's hit those up before I, because I don't, like I said, I don't really need to sleep now that I have, like, anti-sleep potions. So I can stay out. So we've got an orange tree. They're mostly good for water, a little bit for food. And this was the archway in the savannah. So we have hibiscus seeds, living water. So living water is like that special healing potion. And I don't think there's other points of interest around me. There's Fajoa to my south with a special object down that way. And then there's special objects up this way. So let's go up this way to the other special objects. Not taking the bones? You know, I could have. That would not have been a bad call to make like a bone knife or something like that. I'm kind of holding out to find obsidian because obsidian beats bone considerably in terms of like tool strength and durability and damage. But it really depends on whether I'll put it this way, I know where the obsidian nodes are, but I don't want to artificially just like go straight to them in a cheating way. I'd rather discover them organically. Having played this before, you know, I don't want to use my knowledge like that. So here's an ancient drawing with a survival point. So I'm going to have you guys choose how to spend the survival point. So there's concentration. So concentration, the next point in concentration would, and I would have to save up for it, but it would highlight non-dangerous animals, animal remains, and allow me to see animal tracks. Then there is disease. So the first point would reduce the risk of getting disease due to inclement weather by 30%. Then there is poisons. And that, of course, would reduce the chance of getting indigestion from bad food by 30%. There's thirst control. And I'm just typing these out so I can pull for them. Where every water container gives you more water. There's hunger. And for that, you gain extra nutrition off of foods. There's sleep. Sleeping regenerates energy quicker. I could save up for the final point in learning. So this reduces the level requirements of all skills by 10%. But that would be a lot of saving up for. Or last but not least, alchemistry. And the first point of alchemistry gives me the ability to make buffalo potions, which are like the healing regen potions. and have you guys choose from that list. If you want my feedback, my 2 cents, as it were, I would say the really powerful choice, well, would be concentration, but it's really, like, I'm leaving it up to you. Concentration is like X-ray or radar, and that's why it's so good, but it's not to say that the others don't have their merit. Alright, so I got the native map here and also the chronicle. And I'm going to be heading over to the next area. I also grabbed the bone from that pile that I'm guessing it was like a sacrifice pit or something like that. And there seems to be a native canoe building site here. There's tree bark, a puma potion, of which I'm a bit too heavy to hold. So the puma potions give me infinite stamina for 12 hours. It's basically run all you want. Given that my inventory is basically full, I'm going to start heading back towards my base camp because I don't have carry weight for anything else. I haven't really scoured the coast. As you can see, it's unmapped, or partially unmapped, so I can run back home via the coast. And now that the sun's out, I'll put the torch away. So the reason I kept the torch on all night long is you have a risk of injury doing anything in the dark. So scanning animals or God, what are some other risks of an injury? Cutting down trees, or, you know, whatever you might want to do at night in the dark. You have a pretty high risk of injuring yourself if you're not in an illuminated environment. Alright, so I broke my old cutter that only had a little bit of durability left and picked all the dates there. Alright, looks to me like I'm going to call this poll a little early. You guys want me to save up for concentration. Got it. So here's a fishing site where you can fish for, well, fish. What's going on over here? There's like an old fence or something. I don't see any other points of interest around here, though. Yeah, we took damage in the dark last stream, and you will... Yeah, and it's just the effort that it takes to, like, light a torch and keep the torch fueled isn't very effortful, and it negates... It keeps pests away, it keeps you safe from self-injury, so I like to stay illuminated at night. I wanted to see if I could parkour up this like a billy goat, but no, I'm gonna have to go around. Or am I? Oh no! I'm definitely gonna get myself stuck into the environment for the first time this stream, aren't I? Ugh. It's really hard to time your jumps because, like, the character model's really bouncy. I mentioned before. So it's really sometimes hard to, like, run or sprint and jump at the same time because, like, your legs don't... Like, I'm spamming my spacebar, but it's, like, not letting me jump. Like watching Jim play, what was it, Counter-Strike? In the office? Walking into the walls over and over? Yeah, but at least I know what I want to be doing. It's just hard to get the game to allow it. It's a bit different, but I get the reference. But yeah, I'm just like standing here bouncing around. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes! Chunk. Ouch. I actually took fall damage. Alright, now we're on the home stretch, so that'll be good. The other thing I'm probably going to need to do is to collect some more logs, because the recipe called for split logs. So I'm going to need some split logs in order to make the chemistry bench. Andres, thank you for the resub, and hello back to you from here in the States. Another good sort of medium-term goal would be to tan my first leather, because my backpack's going to fall apart if I don't repair it soon. Just thinking out loud. And I'm drying some of the dates that I collected on my excursion. I'm probably going to need a new storage container, because I'm very much running out. So, let's take a look at the upgrades. The first thing I want to do was the chem bench. And I'll just line it up like here. So we need 2 more ropes. And then 1 more split log. And I think, just because my inventory is full, I'm going to need to put stuff in, like, the food storage container, which I don't like to do, but basically I need more boxes. Alright. So I think up until this point I've just been running around with a carpentry workbench in order to, oh, but you know what? I don't even have a saw on me. Let's go get that. And perhaps make another chest. Turn green. There we go. I'll, at some point, put a little bit of effort into proper organization, but that time isn't now. Because that's not what was voted on. So, for this next task, I am going to want the saw and the axe. Perfect. Can we build a crab trap? We can. My only reservation to building crab traps, or traps in general, is hunting is so easy that trapping just doesn't seem all that necessary to me. Just my 2 cents, my personal opinion. Alright, that's a coconut one. Don't want to cut that down. That's my date one. So I don't want to cut that down. But this one can go. Ah, there's even date juice in here. I'm going to drink some. Okay, so we have the split log we need, but I might as well just, like, nearly fill up my inventory with split logs, because I'm sure I'm going to need more split logs, and I'm already out here, so... Oh, let's drink this, too, so that I don't fall asleep out here. That's a coconut palm, so definitely want to cut that down. I'm going to leave the carpentry bench there and go build the chem workbench now. So I can always come back out there. And we got up a whole bunch of clay, so other improvements that need clay, I can tend to as well. Alright, survival point obtained. And you guys wanted me to spend in concentration. So there we go. Now I can highlight non-dangerous animals, animal remains, and allow me to see animal tracks, so I can track them too. The next point of concentration highlights dangerous animals in concentration mode so that the predators can't sneak up on me. So, poll once again, what to spend next. I can do concentration level 3, disease, poison, thirst, hunger, sleep at level 1, learning level 5, or alchemistry at level 1. So this chem bench allows me to make, like new medicines, but also lamp oil. And the lamp oil was what I was most interested in. So I'm going to take all of the animal fat that I have collected up to this point and turn it all into lamp oil. And now with the lamp oil collected, I can make my own improved torches from scratch. I can make lamps, and I can make primitive lamps and moon lanterns. I'm going to make a primitive lamp as soon as I get a hammer in my hand. And also, ironically, I have to light my own torch on fire so that I'm not in the dark. Well, I don't have to, but I should. Alright. Let's get the hammer. Hammer's out. And I'm going to place the primitive lamp right by the doorway so that it's next to the fire and also pretty close to the kiln and everything else. And this needs one more long stick, which I am gonna have to hunt for. I can make long... if I upgraded my carpentry workbench, I could make long sticks from scratch, but I don't have that yet. Cheers. Long sticks. I think all the long sticks around me have been harvested, but I can always go and check just in case they haven't. And also I'm gonna check the carpentry workbench to see what the upgraded cost is, because if I can upgrade that really easily, I think it's copper, and I don't have copper. But if it's not copper, because I don't have it memorized, maybe upgrade that instead, so that I can make long sticks out of logs. Upgrade. Yep, it's copper. It's okay. I thought so. Open up some ripe coconuts and regular coconuts. Okay, let's see about the long sticks then. So there's some long sticks up this way. How much longer do I have in my backpack? 11 days? I should be able to get copper in 11 days. I hope. Nope. Still regenerating. Alright, we'll go deeper in to the Isle of Hope. Problem is, there's not a lot of long sticks on this island. I would have to go probably to this short-eared dog, because I think this outcropping has already been hit. So in this case, yeah, I don't have a lot of carry weight on me. So yeah, I'm gonna go for a bit of a longer trip to grab like an ample amount of long sticks so it isn't a continual issue. And we're gonna go with concentration next. Got it. Sounds good to me. Yes, I am indeed still on the first island. This is the Isle of Hope. I could go to another island. Exploration is a pulled option. But there's still stuff left to do on the Isle of Hope. Oh, shoot. You jerk. And provided there's still stuff to do here, there's not as much drive to go to harder islands when there's stuff on this island. So this is a banyan tree with vines, and it doesn't have vines at the moment. It needs to regenerate. This was the archway in the jungle. And these are the tall trees. While I'm over in this area, I might also want to grab, like, one more flexible, branch for the native bow. Oh, that was mistimed. How long does the concentration pulse last? So here it is. I turned it on. I think right now it's like maybe 10 seconds. And then it runs out. And then it has to like regenerate. Oh, that one's been harvested. Harvested. My axe is basically broken, but all of the long branches here have been harvested. Do I have carry weight for more stuff? I have carry weight for maybe one more flexible branch. The question is, do I really want to ascend up into the mountains for it? Probably not. I'm going to wait for you guys to pull for that, for better weapons. Because it's a bit of a diversion from my current trip. And yeah, the concentration pulse is kind of like a stamina bar. If you take a look at the top left screen, it's a little eye icon and with a white bar under it that runs out. And here is the example. Like that's a corpse from before. So you can see it highlights just about anything, well, everything that is allowed to highlight. So right now it's, you know, corpses, arrows, tracks, etc. And you can just feather it on and off, like I'm doing here, to pretty much perpetually benefit from it. I mean, it's a little annoying to have to do, but perpetually benefit from it without, you know, it running out. Because the moment you turn it off, it starts to regenerate. Okay, we're getting daylight, so I'll put the torch away. Most of my clothing is about to fall off me. Given that this will be the second time I'm repairing it, this is also probably the last time I'm going to repair it. And they'll just make a new set next time. Because it loses maximum durability every time you repair. So there's, unless you want to level up your repair skill, there's not much reason to continually repair perpetually further broken things. Also, I might take a quick little cat nap, just so that it can regenerate some of that lost health. Because I haven't died yet, and I'd rather not, you know, start. I think I need the hammer in my hand to be able to build that. So, over here, it takes the lamp fuel oil. And the lamp fuel oil lasts a very long time, so I'm about to demonstrate that. Where we have 25 days of fuel loaded up in there. Meaning that for the next 25 days, our base will be illuminated. As soon as I get that lit. And the reason I like it is you can just ignite your torch off of the lamp, making it really convenient to use fire in your base, because you have a perpetual source of fire, and then you're also not ever in the dark, so you don't have to worry about, you know, self-injury or anything like that. Okay, catnap. Rain, huh? Oh, I caught it right at the start of the rainstorm. So none of the rain collectors had actually collected anything. Thank you for tuning in to Survival Fountain of Youth, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind I'm trying to avoid spoilers. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. And if you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow explorers.